On this planet, there are creatures with no legs, yet they move across oceans. They have no wings, yet they rise among the highest branches of the forest. They never roar, yet every creature respects their presence. They are snakes, masters of stillness, precision, and survival. Snakes have existed for over 100 million years, sharing Earth with dinosaurs, surviving multiple mass extinctions, adapting through time, evolving in silence. They do not chase, they do not roar, they do not attack without reason, yet they remain some of the most effective hunters in the animal kingdom. Their power does not come from brute force, but from patience, sensory mastery, and perfect adaptation. Unlike us, snakes do not rely on eyes alone. They see the world through vibration, heat, and chemical particles floating in the air. When a tiny mouse runs across the forest floor, the snake does not need to see or hear it. It feels it through the earth. A snake's body, pressed against the ground, detects even the faintest tremors, footfalls, breathing, heartbeat. Their tongue does not simply taste, it gathers particles of scent from the air, carrying them into a special sensory organ called Jacobson's organ. It is in essence a chemical radar, a biological navigation system more precise than any built by humans. Some snakes do not run after prey. They wait for minutes, for hours, sometimes even for days, without moving more than a few millimeters. In the Amazon rainforest, a Brazilian rainbow boa lies motionless on a mossy log. Its wet scales, dull under clouded light, reflect a dazzling spectrum of colors when the sun breaks through. Rain droplets scatter on its body, creating shimmering rainbow patterns. Yet this beauty is not for display. It is camouflage, an optical illusion created by nature itself, helping the snake disappear in plain sight. In Southeast Asia, a green tree python coils silently around a branch, unmoving, breathing slowly, so slowly that even cameras struggle to detect motion. A small bird lands near it, unaware. There is no chase, no warning, only one swift, precise strike, nature's definition of timing. Some snakes, like the king cobra, the world's longest venomous snake, display remarkable intelligence. It does not simply attack prey, it judges it. It selects not the fastest animal, but the one most likely to make mistakes. It is also the only snake known to guard its nest, coiling protectively around its eggs, willing to fight even larger predators. But not all snakes use venom. Some, like the Burmese python and the colossal green anaconda, hunt without poison. They do not crush bones. They do something far more efficient. They squeeze, not hard, but in rhythm with the prey's breathing. Each time the prey exhales, the python tightens its coils, slowly, silently, until breathing is no longer possible. Not death by force, but death by stillness. Snakes are not confined to forests. They thrive in the deserts of the Sahara, where the horned viper buries itself beneath golden sand, leaving only its eyes exposed. They climb cold mountain rocks near the Himalayas, where the Himalayan pit viper survives freezing nights. They move through the Arctic pine forests, hibernating for 6 months, their heartbeats dropping to just 5 beats per minute. And astonishingly, some snakes live in the sea. The banded sea crate swims through coral reefs like flowing silk, breathing with lungs, yet hunting like fish. It dives deep into crevices, blocking escape routes, striking with perfect accuracy. In Fiji's turquoise waters, it becomes almost indistinguishable from the ocean itself, moving with both grace and purpose. But perhaps the most extraordinary skill of snakes is not in hunting, but in disappearing. A horned viper in the desert looks like sand. A copperhead in autumn looks like fallen leaves. An emerald tree boa in the Amazon looks like part of the moss-covered branch. And when hunted, many snakes simply remain still. Often, stillness is the smartest form of survival. Snakes are not reckless killers. In fact, they avoid confrontation. They spend more time hiding than hunting, more time waiting than attacking, more time conserving energy than using it. In nature, the lions roar, the wolves run in packs, but the snake survives by waiting. Snakes do not seek to dominate nature. They live within it, quietly, precisely, and perfectly adapted. They control rodent populations, preventing disease spread, maintaining ecological balance. If snakes suddenly disappeared, rodents would multiply six-fold in just 1 year. Crops would be destroyed. Disease would spread rapidly. Nature would begin to collapse. Snakes are not just hunters. They are silent protectors of natural equilibrium. And perhaps that is their greatest power. Not speed, not strength, not venom, but the simple, profound mastery of existing exactly as nature intended. Some creatures live by strength, some by speed, but snakes live by silence and conquer through patience. This is the unseen elegance, the quiet mastery, and the ancient wisdom of one Earth's most misunderstood creatures.